This is a working Lego missile shooter that shoots this Lego missile which can actually explode. And today, these 7 minifigures are going to try and survive the missile shooter, which is why we are going to transform this desert hill into a cool fort to protect them from this terrifying machine, to see which ones will survive and which ones will be permanently eliminated from life. First, let me show you the missile shooter and how it works. This is the missile shooter, and this is the part that holds the missile. The controls are over here. The first handle is used to turn the missile shooter left or right. The axle is connected to a gear and then another one which is connected to a worm gear. The second handle is used to elevate the height of the missile shooter, using a rope that will pull the missile shooter when you turn the handle. Once you turn the handle, you can't go the other way since there is a one-way mechanism preventing it. Otherwise, as soon as you would let go of the handle, it would return to its normal position. This white part will allow you to reset it to its usual position. The last control is this white switch, aka the trigger. All you need to do is pull it up and it will pull this rope which will remove the pin lock from the other lock. Once the pin lock is removed, the main lock will be pulled back by the rubber bands which will then release the missile. This is the missile. The part on the top is the detonator, and this part on the inside is the fuse. When the detonator is pushed, it pushes the fuse which will then break these walls. The explosion is caused by these 2 long Technic bars with 2 twisted rubber bands attached to each end, and then folded and inserted into the missile. Now here it is in action. As you can see, the missile exploded into pieces, and it looks so cool to watch. So before you get bored, we are going to actually use the missile shooter. We're gonna have a lot of fun destroying this fort, but before we do that, let me introduce you to the Minifig tournament. The Minifig tournament is a tournament where 10 participants will need to survive 3 deadly machines over the course of 3 videos. In the last video, these participants were going up against a Lego bomb, which permanently eliminated 3 minifigures from their lives, meaning only 7 of them survived. The winner of the tournament will not only get to keep his life, but he will also win all of these prizes. So, I think it's a good time to say to please subscribe if you don't want to miss the next video, and that would mean so much to me. But anyways, back to the video. Now, obviously it would be way too easy to eliminate these minifigs, so that's why we need to transform this into a fort with defenses. So, let's start building. For the first defense, we need a wall. So I built this wooden wall and added a chain on top. I then placed it near the edge of the hill, and I added wooden poles to make it look like a fort. For the next one, I built a bridge type of thing and put it on the side of the wooden wall. I proceeded to make small brick pillars and place them on top of the bridge thing. And to finish off, I added a wooden roof. I also added chains to give it a nicer look. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Next, I wanted a mini Lego castle tower. So I started by stacking 1x2 masonry bricks and built one side and used the power of editing to make the other. I then added a roof, some stairs, and a flag. And I placed this one behind the wall. And I think it's really starting to come along. Now that the main defenses were done, I wanted to add some more details and decoration. So I made this cool Lego tent with 2 beds that can go under it. I then made a small table with a lantern to place under the tent. I added a tool set near the tent, a box and a barrel with food, and 3 small wooden chairs to sit on. And now we are finally done building this fort. And I think it looks very good. And if you think it looks good too, make sure to like this video. But that still leaves us with one question. Will it be enough to protect the minifigs from the missile shooter? Well, you're about to find out since I need to place the minifigs before we can actually explode this. And now that all the minifigures are placed, we can start destroying the fort. Fire! fire! Well, as you can see, a lot has been destroyed, including the lives of many participants. But enough with the sad music. We have a survivor, the Lego Storeman. He has successfully survived the missile shooter and he will get to move on to the next and final video to compete for his future as well as all of these prizes. But will he survive and win the tournament? Well, the only way for you to know that is by hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.